Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to my channel, minimovementman. Today I have a movement practice that is designed to loosen the body up when it's feeling all tight and achy. I actually did this with a couple online clients this past week and it worked out really well. So take what you like, disregard what you don't, and make it your own. Let's check it out. So I am the weirdo on the beach doing this almost every single day. Why? Well, first thing is, I like being a weirdo. Second thing is, it's movements like these that are really good and beneficial for the body. So why are these movements beneficial for the body? Lots of the time, I think we have this stereotype in our mind in which that we think exercise needs to be tough and strenuous. We're always focused on burning calories, high intensity workouts, weight loss. All these things are usually an external factor or an external motivator. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having those things as your goals, but in order to be able to reach those goals and to be able to perform with your body, you need to make sure that you are training the opposite side, which is the soft, gentle, relaxing side. So I started off these patterns by working a mixture of a Jefferson curl and a spinal wave. Now I'm moving on to these, I guess I'll call them spinal circles. The point of these movements are to articulate the joints throughout your spine. So as most of you know, but maybe not all of you, your spine is made up of vertebrae that are stacked vertically on top of each other. And if they are never moved or required to move, that spinal column will become stiff, rigid, and calcified. By doing things like this, these spinal waves, Jefferson curls, spinal circles, what you're doing is you are helping to break that calcification up. You are actually lubricating the joints in between each vertebrae within your spine. I think that working the spine is something that can be a little embarrassing to do. I mean, let's face it, who wants to be in the gym looking like this? But in all seriousness, if you think about what it actually does for your body, it really makes sense to do it. Another thing, as you can see there, I almost fell back. I'm actually working the vestibular system and your equilibrium, and those are the systems in your body that help keep you upright, working your balance. Now from here, I'm doing more of like a hollow arm swing, and once again, now I'm focusing more on the shoulders, elbows, wrists, just working on swinging my body in the transversal plane from left to right, trying to stay nice and loose. The quality that I'm looking for here is to remain loose. So after doing all that, then I'm going to work my way to my lower body. So I'm lying down on the ground in a supine position, and I am just flexing my knees so my feet are close to my butt, and I am just rotating the lower half of my spine, the lumbar spine. You can see that my shoulders remain on the ground, so that way I am getting a nice twisting sensation on the lower half. This will help give you a little bit of decompression with your lower back if you're feeling any aches and pains in that area. So the theme of this video is movements for a tight and achy body. So really, you can make any movement beneficial for a tight and achy body, just depending on what types of qualities you are putting in to the movement. In this example here, I started off in a deep squat. I transitioned to a downward dog, transitioning to upward dog. Now right here you can see I went into a plank position, then back into the deep squat. So these are all typical common moves, nothing new here. How I am making them beneficial for my tight and achy body is the fact that I am trying to focus on keeping my body relaxed and loose. It does take a certain amount of tension and strength in order to transition into these positions, but once I get there, I am actively trying to remain calm, trying to stay nice and soft with the body. Once again, starting in the deep squat to downward dog, focusing on opening up the shoulders, stretching out the hamstrings, all the typical things that you would think of. In this example here, I'm actually doing a regression where I am going into a crawling position, then pressing up into a cobra. So if you have a harder time transitioning with these movements, you can always do it this way. While I'm in the cobra, I'm swaying left to right, trying to stay nice and loose. Once again, transitioning onto my hands and knees, then up to the plank. Again, I'm just trying to show examples of how you can transition into these moves with an even more gentle of an approach, back into that deep squat, nice and relaxed and loose. Once again, back into the downward dog, trying to open the shoulders, stretch out the hamstrings, doing our Hindu push-up all the way into our upward dog position. You can see here I'm focusing on my breath, staying relaxed, loose, and calm. If you want your body to loosen up and to get rid of tension, you need to get your mind in the right headspace. Otherwise, your muscles will just continue to stay contracted, tense. In order for your muscles to truly let go and to relax, we do this through breathing, specifically using our exhales. So each time I go into a transition, I will always transition using an exhale. Once I get into the position, I resume normal, relaxed breathing, nice long inhale, even longer exhale, and I'm trying to keep my mind calm. In turn, it will keep my body calm. Alright, and lastly, movements for our tight and achy body. This one is going to have us stretching out our hip flexors and our hamstring. You can see here how I'm going into a modified lunge. It's actually like a kneeling position with my left leg out in front. Both hands are placed to the inside of my left foot. And I did about 10 pumps, and then I went deep into my range of motion and held it. From here, I sit back onto my right leg, keeping my left leg nice and straight, and once again, I'm going back into the pumps. Once I do around 10 to 12 pumps, then I go forward with my torso and I hold a nice static stretch. Also, I almost forgot, I wanted to mention if you are interested in online personal training, this is something that I offer. There is a direct link to contact me in the description below. Make sure you check that out. So now I'm going into the other side. So once again, now I will be working the left side hip flexor, going into about 10 to 12 pumps. By a pump, I mean I'm coming forward with my body and I'm feeling the stretch. On my last one, I come forward and I stay within that stretch position. I am trying to stay nice and calm by controlling my breathing. If you are feeling your body tense up, or if you feel your breathing start to get short and rigid, you know you are stretching too far. If you want your muscles to loosen up and to let go, you need to keep your mind relaxed. Now, stretching the hamstring, I did my pumps and I come forward into my static stretch position. You can hold this stretch anywhere from 20 seconds to a minute, even longer, if you really want to. You can see here how I'm trying to keep my breathing nice and calm. I don't want the receptors that are in my muscles to kick on and to make my muscles contract. Trying to stay nice and calm and loose. And lots of the times when we have tension in our upper body, it's usually due to tightness within the lower body. So I like doing this lunging sequence to try to loosen up my legs. Most of the time, I really feel that it makes a difference for my upper body. On this final way around, I actually just want to talk about what I'm doing with my torso as I stretch out the hamstrings, because I feel that this technique is very important. So again, I am sitting back on my left leg. So as I do these pumps, I'm focusing on staying nice and upright with my torso. I'm actually holding a neutral spine. When I come forward with that straight torso, and then I let my upper thoracic fold forward. I am trying to create space within the spine by using this technique. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to help support. Hit the like button and leave a comment. Let me know what kind of workouts or routines or certain patterns that you would like to learn about. We'll see you on the next episode. Mini Movement Man saying, be kind to one another. Peace.